a fintech icon, a tech visionary, but now the co-founder of one of Africa's most beloved payment companies is facing a storm he never saw coming. Old tweets, shocking allegations, and a major internal probe. This is the Paystack scandal they didn't want you to see. Paystack was co-founded by Ezra Olubi and Shola Akinlade in 2015. It grew from a bold Nigerian startup into a $200 million acquisition by Stripe in 2020, a symbol of Africa's fintech ambition. On November 12, 2025, a firestorm broke out on social media. Allegations of sexual misconduct involving a subordinate at Paystack surfaced. Simultaneously, decade-old tweets from Ezra Olubi, dating between 2009 and 2013, resurfaced in public discourse. The tweets that sparked outrage go back years, before Paystack, before its meteorite rise. They paint a picture of a very different Ezra Olubi: provocative, boundary-pushing, controversial. Some of the resurfaced tweets included remarks about photographing a colleague's thighs, or joking about touching coworkers inappropriately. Others allegedly referenced sexual themes involving minors, or made sexually explicit jokes. These tweets circulated widely on X, raising serious concerns about workplace norms, power dynamics, and historical behavior. Comments of thousands disgusted, enraged, and pouring out their disappointments. Someone in the comments section mentioned he was her classmate in secondary school, and he was from a strict, deeper life background. What could have gone wrong? For some, this is not just a personal failing, it's a leadership failure, especially for a company that built its brand on trust and innovation. Paystack's leadership swiftly responded, suspending Olubi from all duties. A formal, fair, structured, transparent inquiry has been launched, but the world is watching. Paystack's official statement: they are conducting an internal review in line with their own policies. They pledged not to comment further out of respect for all parties and to protect the integrity of the process. This is not a small matter. For many in Africa's tech ecosystem, it's a test of accountability, governance, and the kind of culture Paystack truly fosters. This scandal raises deeper questions. In Africa's booming tech space, what happens when leadership fails? What about the structural power imbalance in startups, especially when a founder's behavior is questioned? The accusations force a conversation about power dynamics in tech. There's pressure on tech companies, not just to innovate, but to uphold ethical standards. For Paystack, a global face of African fintech, the outcome of this investigation could reshape public trust. The scandal also spotlights how digital footprints from years ago can define someone's present legacy. Depending on how this ends, the fallout could be monumental for Olubi personally, for Paystack's brand, and for Africa's entrepreneurial ecosystem. If the investigation confirms wrongdoing, what happens to Olubi's reputation? Regulatory scrutiny. Users, employees, and investors will be watching. Company culture. This could prompt startup founders across Africa to establish stronger HR and governance frameworks. Public trust. Paystack's credibility may be on trial. What can the rest of us learn? Innovation and disruption don't excuse accountability. Leadership matters not just in product, but in character. And digital history, it doesn't just disappear. Key takeaways. Startup founders must be held to high ethical standards. What you post online can come back, especially for powerful people. Trust in tech is not just built on code, it's built on character. And for users and future employees, today's stories are tomorrow's cautionary tales. This story is far from over. As Paystack investigates and the world watches, one thing is clear: power without accountability is a risk, especially in fast-growing tech. If you believe leadership should mean responsibility, hit subscribe and ring the bell. We'll be following this case closely.